The UEFA Champions League semi-finals have concluded. Inter Milan and Paris Saint-Germain are through to the final. Inter versus Barcelona was one of the season's standout encounters, just like their gripping first leg. PSG, on the other hand, repeated their dominance over Arsenal, mirroring the outcome of the first match. But today, we're not just reviewing the scorelines. We're diving deeper into what most viewers missed. The overlooked moments. The subtle decisions. The reason certain teams were eliminated, and why one is now destined to lift the trophy. Let's start with Barcelona. Last season, Ronald Araujo's decision against PSG cost his team dearly. Despite having one foot in the next round, that moment saw Barca eliminated, and it marked the end of Xavi's era. Fast forward to this season, under Hansi Flick, Araujo was trusted once again, but history repeated itself. In the second half against Inter, he played a direct role in both the equalizer and the winning goal. And yet, after the match, no apology. No statement. Araujo dismissed it as a part of the game. Ilkarim Doan, however, didn't hold back. After the PSG match, he called the decision stupid, and rightfully so. That single choice cost Barcelona more than just a goal. It cost them the season. In truth, what Hansi Flick accomplished this season borders on miraculous. A squad with no depth. No major transfers. Limited financial power. Injuries to the only key signing. And yet, he delivered the domestic cup and Supercopa, beating Real Madrid. He reached the Champions League semi-finals. He remains in contention for the league title. 50 matches. The same core players. Flick literally hoped no one would get injured or suspended, because there was no bench to turn to. This wasn't just tactical brilliance. It was strategic resilience. Still, Barcelona has urgent needs. They require a fullback who can operate on both flanks. Relief for Kound and Bald. They need a left winger. A consistent striker. A world-class goalkeeper. That's 4 signings, potentially attainable for €200 million. With roughly €100 million expected from Champions League earnings and a similar amount possible through player sales, Ter Stegen, Araujo, Fati, Roque, Pablo Torre, among others, Barca could find a way. Flick has earned the right to be backed. If this club wants to compete consistently, they must reinforce the bench and starting lineup alike. One of the biggest unsung heroes of the semi-finals? Yann Sommer. 14 saves over 2 legs. 7 in each match. 6 of them, clear goal-scoring chances. Without Sommer, Inter wouldn't have stood a chance. Barcelona could have advanced with a historic margin. Inter's decision-making was exemplary. They sold Onana to Manchester United for €60 million and signed Sommer for just €6 million. A seasoned, reliable, elite-level goalkeeper. Meanwhile, Barcelona continues to rely on Ter Stegen, 11 years and counting. If your goalkeeper can't carry you through matches like these, you can't win big titles. Just ask Real Madrid, without Courtois, they wouldn't have lifted a trophy in years. And then, there's Lamine Yamal. Just 17 years old. Yet what he's doing on Europe's biggest stage is beyond extraordinary. This isn't about flashy dribbling or street-style tricks. It's about composure, vision, confidence. Facing 3 defenders at a time and still standing out as Barcelona's best player. When the team was 2-0 down in both legs, Lamine believed. He didn't collapse. He didn't fade. Sure, he has areas to improve, but at this age, his impact is supernatural. A future Ballon d'Or contender? Without a doubt. One man haunted Barcelona across both legs, Denzel Dumfries. 2 goals and 1 assist in the first match. 2 assists and a key role in the winning goal in the second. He had a hand in 6 of Inter's 7 goals. That's not just performance, that's domination. Now let's talk about Paris Saint-Germain. This is not the old PSG. This team is disciplined, tactical, hungry, Luis Enrique has built a squad without prima donnas, players with purpose and belief. From Dembele to Marquinhos. From Donnarumma to Nuno Mendes. Even Vitinha, Neves, and Ruiz, all operating within a cohesive system. This is perhaps the most promising project in PSG's modern history. More importantly, it proves that Nasser Al-Khelaifi's old philosophy, money can buy everything, was flawed. Yes, money helps, but only when managed within a real footballing structure. Today, PSG is competing for a historic treble. And frankly, they deserve it. But can they beat Inter? As for Arsenal, some questions remain. In the Bournemouth match, they were the only semi-finalist to play a full-strength squad, and they still lost. Why? Why wasn't the squad rotated? Why did they collapse after City slipped up, handing the title race to Liverpool? That said, progress is clear. Quarter-finals last year. Semi-finals this year. With a few attacking reinforcements, particularly on the wings, Arsenal can go further. But next season, if they don't win something significant, Arteta could find himself under pressure. And now, with a big question. Who will lift the trophy? Our prediction, Paris Saint-Germain will win the Champions League. They'll beat Inter in the final. You heard it here first. Now it's your turn. What's your prediction? Leave a comment, share your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more top-tier football analysis.